So we're going to start with license applications, and you get to applications through the application tab. And here you will see you can go directly to applications or you can get access to forms. And I'll just briefly show forms. So on these forms, you would be able to get access to these by downloading them. And so, for example, a financial statement form. You could download that here. You will have access to these forms both through the application itself as well as this button. And once you open that form, it is a fillable form. So you can fill it in and save it so that you will have it ready. You could print it, you can upload it, and you save it in your computer, and then you'd be able to upload it into your application. So that's just an example. We'll go ahead and go to the application itself. So again, let me just show you. So on the application screen, under the application tab, you can apply for both an individual if you would like, or a new organization application from this screen. The different sections are the pending applications and the different statuses. So it would have the name of the applicant or the organization, will have the application number, the type of application, and again, this would be a mix of organization or individual applications, whether they're new or renewals, the status, again, you'll have some real-time status information in My Account, whether the application is in draft, pending payment, under review will tell you that the application has been submitted and paid for, and now our staff is reviewing it. And then an application, for example, that's pending withdrawal. So that means that this was an application that was submitted and paid for, and then the user decided to go ahead and withdraw it. So that notification was sent to staff to process a withdrawal. Also the created date. So in the draft, you have options for different actions. You can edit that application or delete it, and you can also get access to the application directly from the link. If it's pending payment, you can make some different options. If you, as a super user, you have the ability to make payment because you have all of those permissions. If you are just a general submitter, that make payment action would not appear for you. But because it's a super user and they have all permissions, they could make payment, view the application, or delete it. And under the pending withdrawal, you could only view the application. So there are different statuses and different actions available depending on the status of the application. Different section will tell you if you've submitted an application and now you must mail fingerprint cards to us. This is telling you that there are pending fingerprint cards, and once we actually receive the fingerprint card in the mail and enter it into the system, you will know, the status will change that we've received it. So now you don't have to call us and ask, you will see in the system where it's at.
And they'll still have to send those by mail, right?
You will still have to send us hard cards because that is a requirement of Washington State Patrol. We have no control over that. You would also see any previous applications that you had submitted and any previous fingerprint cards that were required and what the status of them was. So let me share with you, go through the application. So since we do have a wide variety of attendees, I'll just demonstrate an application for a house bank card room. So this is what you would see if you say, I want to start a new application for an organization. And this has all the different types of organization applications that are available to submit online. Again, you have punchboard pull tabs, you have various sports wagering vendors, service supplier, all of the different license types or gambling activity types that are available to apply for. Anything with an asterisk is a required field. The other fields we do need information from, and we could not complete the process of your application, but we aren't going to stop you from submitting if you don't fill out the parts that don't have an asterisk. So again, business trade name is required. The UBI number, if you don't know that at the time, you don't have to fill it out at the time. We will need that at some point, but it's not required. Here, the business address is required, and we also have the ability to validate through the USPS. So this will tell you the address that you provided versus the suggested address, and you could decide which one that you want to fill in. You can identify that you want the same mailing address as the premise address, so you don't have to continue, repeatedly data enter the same information. Your business email address is required, your business phone number is required, and then your fiscal year end and month is required. Now, if you want to share a contact person with us, you could do that by doing, and then identifying who the contact they should be for, whether it be a financial contact or a QLR contact. And then you would hit save and next. So then again, asterisk questions are required to be filled out. And I'm not going to go through all of these.
And is this pretty similar to the paper application now?
Yes, it is pretty similar to the paper application now, but it is all available to be filled out online. So you would answer the various questions. You could answer all of them, or again, making sure that you're at least answering the one. So I'll show you what happens if you don't answer a question that is required. So we missed that question. And so we're trying to go save or next, and it will tell you at the top of the screen what you're missing. So then you can come back here and fill in what you need to fill in to keep going. So then you get additional questions. What type of business structure are you? You can upload. So here is example, again, what I started with is you can get access to those forms initially, or you can get access to the same forms within the application. So if you clicked on that, you could fill it out and then upload that information here. And again, so I'll demonstrate, for example, source of funds for an individual. So I want to upload a document, so I select it. And I've got a financial statement form. All I do is click on it, select open. It will be dropped in here. It is required that you would identify what type of form you're trying to, and there is an other category if you're unsure, and then you click upload. And here it shows that it's been uploaded. So then again, on this last page is a lot of the information you're used to seeing on our paper applications. It talks about the Public Records Act, how and when to report changes, and then you would accept that everything that you've entered into the form is correct. And then some My Account requirement stuff, and then submit the application. Gives you the option to go, because this is a super user again, can pay for the application or you can return to the dashboard. So now that application that I was just working on should show that it went from draft to pending payment because I did submit it. So that means, what that means is that application has now been submitted to us, but it's sitting in a queue because the payment has not been received. So then you would have the option to print out an invoice and send a paper check. You could pay by credit card or ACH. And once that payment is received, then you'll get a change of status that is actually submitted to us.